realize that this might look like a new location for you, and that is because it is. I am in my living room, and you're like, what are you doing here? We haven't seen this since OG times, and that is true. You have not. I pretty much exclusively film in my office or out of the house now. It is 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday night, basically Tuesday morning, whatever, however you want to quantify your days. Why am I awake and in my living room, you might ask? Well, that would be a great question. In Monday's video, I told you that my dog was in the hospital, and this is Monday/Tuesday, so she is home right now. A lot of things dependent on tonight, so I work from home tomorrow. We get these like free work from home days where we can ask for it's like 6 different days. You are able to ask to take that day as like a mental health day or whatever, and you can work from home, basically no questions asked. And so I took one of my days for today/tomorrow, however you look at, for Tuesday, basically. I'm off this Wednesday, so I'll just sleep then, it's fine. A podcast filming Tuesday night, or tonight, whatever. So, gonna be very, very sleep deprived, gonna be drinking lots of caffeine. She's on a food every 2-hour situation. She's doing really, really good about eating though. Things are looking up for sure. Very, very excited. Not a whole lot more update to give you there. Organs are all in working order and good, which I'm obviously beyond ecstatic about, but other than that, that's not why we're here today. Also, if you hear my bunny running around, I cannot help you there. This is where he lives, so I can't help you there. Saying that, also, you might hear the air. I try to turn it off. It gets hot here really quickly. You guys, I'm giving myself ASMR right now. Okay, so here's what we are here to talk about. First of all, this is looking kind of grainy, but it's fine. So we're here to talk about neighborhood gossip, basically, and I am very excited for this, because you guys look at me one type of way, I think, and well, the ones of you that like me anyways, and I am very, very excited to tell the story. So, we have a cat. We've inherited 2 strays, basically. One is technically not a stray. The woman just abandoned this cat for no reason, and so she's just kind of homeless, and we are working with her to get her to like our dog that's actually very sick right now, so kind of been put on the back burner, but we feed them, and God, sorry, I literally did not yawn once until I started. We feed them. Now the other cat is one that I befriended somehow. I don't even know how it came about, but I did. And that one is genuinely a stray. She's genuinely like a stray cat. So we have 2 cats, allegedly. Well, okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of background. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, this is our front door right here, right? So it is, you can't really tell. Well, yeah, you can. It's a solid door. There's no window in it. It's just a solid door. Our back door has a window. So when we moved, there was nothing covering that window. So the first thing I did was hop my happy ass onto Amazon.com, and I bought a magnetic. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I mean, a magnetic curtain rod and blackout curtain for that door, because you need. My number one thing is I go through all that effort, but basically it's down this hallway behind where you are, and there's really nothing there. Like you have to walk, like that hallway leads to 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and our laundry room, but like in terms of like there's nobody hanging out there. So like if you were to not have a curtain, it's not like people could see in the house. This is important, I promise. So it's not like it's that big of a deal, right? Like our neighbors have the same door and they don't have anything blocking it. They just leave it alone, right? Which is fine. I have a big fear of people staring in windows at night, like my windows at night, so I cannot have that. So we have to cover everything. Hence, curtains. So because of these cats in particular, I'm always looking out for them to see if they're outside. The female cat we're working with to come into the house and like actually be our cat. She has a scar from like up the bridge of her nose, like across her bridge of her nose, from like I guess a cat fight or something, right? So ever since then, if she's out there, I look out for her, make sure she's still doing good and all that stuff. Cool. So I say all this to say I open that curtain 6-8 times a day. I mean, I also move the curtain before I open the door, because one time I opened the door and a maintenance guy was there and I screamed bloody freaking murder, okay? I scared him, he scared me, and I then scared him from scaring me. Like, it was like an absolute conundrum, right? So ever since then, I flick like when I leave, it's literally like my habit. I just flick the curtain out of the way and I look, nobody's there, open door, lock it, whatever, right? Go about your day. So our neighbor, this is important, our neighbor's driveway is like in direct line of sight of the door, like the window. When you push it open, it's literally right there, right? And so I'm like, okay, I thought nothing of this, because literally like directly, like if you were to turn the camera and like x-ray vision through the wall is, I guess, a bedroom or some room that has a large window in it that his dogs stay in. So he has that window open relatively regularly when it's like a comfortable temperature outside. Used to. So I thought nothing of it. His dogs would stick their entire heads out the window and I'd be like, oh my gosh, puppy, whatever. When I got in the car, this is important. Now that window is like barricaded, and at first I thought nothing of it. It has privacy blinds, and I'm not talking like your average, like those blinds, not like that. They are like thick, huge, like they're like this blind, they're like wood, they're like this, and when you close it, there is not a centimeter gap. It's literally like Fort Knox. It looks like they put up a piece of like metal siding in there. It is completely shut up. I'm like, okay, I thought that was kind of weird. That is the only room in the entire house that they did that to. Which at first I did not clock at all. Like I just like whatever, didn't pay any attention to it. Then I've never had any bad blood with these neighbors, like at all. His mother is so nice. She doesn't live there anymore, which I guess he's gone damn crazy. I don't know. He's not that much older than me, the guy that lives there. His dogs are nice, like whatever, right? We've had a relatively cordial neighbor relationship the whole time we've been here. He does not like me anymore. He gets his dogs to like run for me, and whenever I walk out, he like runs in his house. This man looks like, I'm trying to figure out how to describe, he almost looks Samoan, like who does he look like? Okay, he looks like Jason Momoa, but like not as built as Jason Momoa, and he's not as like attractive as Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, but he's a very similar like body, and in terms of like ethnicity, he's a very similar ethnicity, or at least he looks like he could be. They look like they could be cousins. I've always always thought he was Samoan. From everyone that I've ever seen that looks Samoan, that's how they look. So I just assume that's what he is. I have no idea. I'm never gonna ask, but that's how he looks. He was relatively nice. I don't know. He will not. This is a relatively big man, right? He will literally about run in his house. I don't know what I have done, but he'll about hightail his ass in his house, or he'll like hide in his truck or some shit. I'm like, okay. So I think he thinks I watch him, which is insane because I don't ever. Like, I am so in my own world. The amount of busy I am these days, I do not have time to give a shit about anybody else's life. Like, not to be disrespectful, but he's basically a peanut gallery in my life. So I'm like, I don't have time to dedicate to like stalking what you're doing, because I don't have time. I barely can stalk what I'm doing, much less what you're doing too. So that was a fun little situation that I had no idea what was going on. But these neighbors, I told you that I had another neighbor tell me that the guy that lived here with his girlfriend, they had moved. Apparently, either he hadn't moved or he moved and he's back. I don't know. But I've seen him, we've spoken, he's nice, whatever. But now her mother lives over there as well, which is, I mean, their business, whatever, right? But I'll tell you this. So we had that solar eclipse, whenever that was, like forever ago, I don't know, whatever. When we had that solar eclipse, my fiance is a welder. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. I think I probably have. But he had like a welding hood. He had an extra one, and he gave me the extra welding hood because the lens in the welding hood is UV whatever enough to be able to look at it was like the same thing as the glasses, basically. Well, then we found out that it wasn't. You had to wear sunglasses on top or like inside of the welding hood. So I look crazy as shit, but the point of that story is she was outside. The woman's mother was outside. Sorry. The mother was outside with some little girl. I don't know. There's a bunch of their family that lives in here, apparently. I don't know. And she wanted to look at the solar eclipse, but they didn't have anything, so she knocked on my door, and I let her use my stuff. Since then, they've been so sweet. I mean, they were sweet before, but now they're really sweet. Well, several weeks ago, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, whatever, I don't know, I was up early because I had an errand to run before I went to work, and I was about to leave the house when my dogs started going absolutely crazy, like absolutely wild. I'm like, what is going on? Come to find out, the guy who lives here is, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's aggressive for no reason, if he's an alcoholic, if he's, I don't know. That's not my business, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but I don't know. I just know I've seen him drunk a lot at night, and I know that he is loud. I don't know if he's aggressive, but he's loud as shit. So I keep in mind it is like 6:45 in the morning when this is happening, and I went outside this side to water some plants because I have plants that I have to water. So I'm watering some plants, and while I'm out there watering plants, he gets in his car and he's screaming. And I'm not talking like, oh, he's a little loud, I'm talking, he's screaming. He rolls down the window of his car and he's like, bitch. This is about to be some foul language, by the way. He's like, bitch, get in the fucking car and move it. You've trapped me in here. I can't move my fucking car. I'm gonna be late to fucking work. Like, he was dogs line up in his car and her car, and he proceeds to continue to scream at her. It's so loud that I came back inside and I could still hear him screaming in his car. And he's like, the next time you do this shit to me, I'm coming in there and I'm busting down that fucking door and like all this stuff, right? Well, I don't know if it was today, yesterday, I don't know, whatever it was. His mom was parked on the inside. She drives, I don't know, some kind of red car. She was parked on the inside, and I know this because my dog was outside having an episode at the moment. So I'm not a nosy neighbor, I just was there. I literally saw it happen. And she's like, hey, how are you? I was like, I'm good, how are you? Whatever. She gets in her car, and then she realizes his car is at like behind her, and there's literally no way for them to get around. If they try to drive around in the grass, they literally drive in like our property. Like they literally drive up like up our driveway, our sidewalk, I mean. So she's like, oh crap, and she goes inside, and it was insane. Keep in mind, my dog is also like having an episode while that's happening, and so I'm like not looking, I'm just hearing them. And he's like, I told you guys about inconveniencing me and waking me up on my days off and all this stuff and this, that, this, and I've told you guys about this shit, and you gotta figure out something better, park somewhere else if you want to park and you want to stay here, and you blah 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 blah. And she's like, just move your car. Like, she literally was so calm, like it was eerie. And he of course went off, fuck you, blah 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 blah, I don't know what to do, blah 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 blah. She got in the car and just drove out. Like, she did not stop to hear his mouth. As soon as he got in the car and started moving, she was gone. But I don't know, man, this guy is like aggressive, dude. Like, it's crazy. There was something else. I got told this by somebody, but I don't remember the full story. Oh, we've got a full-fledged gaggle of geese that live here, because there's like a lake and a couple ponds and stuff in our area. There is a full like gaggle of geese that live here. So a girl came up, one of the girls I talked to before came up and told me about so this guy who lives somewhere amongst us, I don't know, tried to run down the gaggle. The whole gaggle. Now keep in mind, killing a goose is like a crime. Like, you can't just like kill a goose. He tried to kill the whole fam, man. He was going after everybody, apparently she said nobody was safe. And so once it happened, or once it started to happen, one of the like protector geese went after the car. I don't know that he didn't hit any of them eventually. I don't know what happened there, but like apparently he tried to go at them, or he was gonna go at them, or did go at them, but whoever he was with, it was like, this is a crime, like this is like a legitimate like crime you could get like arrested for. I don't think I ever realized it was that serious, but apparently it is really that serious. You hit a goose, it's like a federal crime. I don't know why geese are so heavily protected like that. I had no idea that was a thing. But that is all my neighborhood gossip. That's all I got. That was my entire neighborhood gossip. I don't really talk to, so that's all the neighborhood gossip that I have. I don't really talk to anybody else in the neighborhood anymore. Not that we really ever did, but I do feel like we talk to some people. A lot of people have moved out of our area, so there you go. But that's all I've got. I hope you enjoyed this neighborhood gossip. I hope you have a